first round pick. Hey, throw that list away. All right.
Why are we around? Let
Yo, welcome to the show. It's a Chiefs Blitz night. Breaking down the plays, keeping everything tight. From my homes to the defense, we give you the scoop. Real talk, real stats, we the ultimate troop. This ain't no game, it's our passion on display.
The baby himself.
Chiefs Blitz podcast, real fans unite. Every touchdown scored, we ignite the night. From tailgate chatter to post-game debate, we love our Chiefs, yes, never too late.
I would even bring MVS back in the middle of the season.
What? Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to the Four Guys in a Bar, sponsored by ChiefsBlitz.com, presented by UnderdogFantasy.com. Here's your Chiefs Blitz host, Nick Athan, with Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, and Hense Todd.
All righty. Welcome to the next edition of Four Guys in a Bar, presented by ChiefsBlitz.com, your top source for Chiefs news, information, and of course, the place where you can find the Four Guys in a Bar podcast. I'm your host, Nick Athan, along with Mr. Hense Todd, Mr. Lou Montagna, and Mr. Andre Tillman, sporting Dr. Pepper. So apparently he knows that Dr. Pepper is better than Coke. Correct?
I'm the doctor with the pepper. Let's
there
go.
There you go. Yes, I am Mr. MVS.
So
Mr.
is there?
Kenny.
So
That's all there is. Bring it on.
So are we dispelling the rumor now that Coach Dre is this year's NIL Dr. Pepper representative?
It could be.
Absolutely.
We had Bryce Young, Caleb Williams, Ewers, and this year your very own coach, Andre.
Surprise,
let's go,
guys.
Dr. Pepper.
Man. Surprise, man. Hey, Dr. Pepper, man. Y'all see the hat? Shit. Hey, I ain't gonna complain. Shit.
Hey, shout out to Ruben, Ken Sinclair, Weston, me for being in here. And hey, I'm not gonna do a beginning of the show, but I will bring the arms and the angels for you.
No, we're not taking requests today. No requests.
Man. Hey, I don't know what it was about that song, but it's living in Winston's soul, man. Winston loved that jam, so
Yeah.
So with that said, guys, let's get right into our sponsor.
Let's do it.
Baseball is back.
That's right. Baseball is back on Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you cash in today. You can play the pick'em game. It's very similar to what you did with the NFL where you're doing the Chiefs stuff. Now it's all about baseball, and especially the Royals. You can go higher or lower. It's really simple to use. Their app is amazing. You just choose your entry fee. You decide what you want to play, and you just see the winnings coming if you know what you're doing. So take a swing today and make sure that you sign up for Underdog Fantasy, and they're going to give you a meatball right off the gamut, Bobby Wood Jr. special. So start with a W for your first entry and new customers. Make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz. That's right, Underdog Fantasy. You got to love it. It's a great game. We all have a lot of fun playing it around here. It's really simple to sign up. All you got to do is hit the scan right there. Stick your camera up there, take a picture, automatically goes to the link. Put in the code Chiefs Blitz. It's your promo code, and you just deposit $5 to start playing, and you get 15 bonus dollars. You can't miss out. It's a wonderful game. It's a lot of fun. NBA playoffs are here. Going to have a game 7. Game 7 tonight? Another game 7 on Sunday? Or very excited.
Game 6 I believe, in New York at the Garden.
Yes.
Knicks are up 3-2.
Let's go Knicks.
Chance to close them out.
Let's go Knicks, man.
If you're a Knicks fan, you're probably feeling this is a game 7 because if they lose this one, those sphincter muscles are going to be awfully tight.
Don't go back to New York. Don't go back.
Right. And then you've got,
Boston.
then you've got the game 7 between the Nuggets and the Thunder coming up.
Hey, man, listen, I'm just going to take care of business. Tatum's out of here, man. The sharpshooter's gone. The inconsistency.
They played better without him. They played better without him the other night.
They did. So I'm like,
let's not get carried away.
And I'm just saying, in that game,
the Celtics are a very deep team.
They're very balanced.
And I think the one thing you probably noticed if you watch the game is that the ball didn't stop a lot. There was a lot less dribbling, more passing. Jaylen Brown didn't take it upon himself to launch 30 shots because he figured, well, if Tatum's not going to shoot, somebody's got to. And he had the most assists he's ever had in his career.
Right.
Hey, sometimes, you figure that pressure make champions. You figure then that Boston figuring out what they need to do to be legit. You take out them random shots, you play team ball, and you get the goddamn.
Now the other side of that is I think the Knicks have a better picture of the way the Celtics are going to play.
Yeah,
because they probably expected Jaylen Brown to go a little crazy. So
yeah,
I want to give it should be interesting.
All right, go ahead, Hense.
I want to give a shout out to Mr. Hollins himself. He just messaged me and said everything looks good on the show. That's Mr. Coach Hollins, for third base coach for the Kansas City Royals.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Right now. So, hey, go ahead.
Hollins.
The
third base guy. The third base guy.
Hensley has never met a name he won't drop. So there you go.
Hey, shout out.
There you go.
Oh man, always
whatever you do, send them. Whatever the situation, just send them, man. Just get that arm cranking. Those guys coming around third, let them go.
That's right, man.
That's right. Do it. We love it. No, we appreciate that very much. Hey, great. Hey, if you're a Royals fan, this is the weekend to go. The 1985 team is going to be honored tonight. The World Series champion 1985 team. I should have put my 1985 stuff up there. Maybe I'll take a picture.
Man, I was a year late, you know what I'm saying? But to me, when the Royals won, man, I was in tears, man. When the Royals won, I was in tears.
Hell yeah.
No diss to the kingdom, but when the Royals won, man, we was downtown lit. You remember that day in P&L? Yeah, my eyes was watering, boy.
Yeah, that's right. The 1985 team will celebrate tonight. The 2015 team will celebrate tomorrow. Big shout out to
I'll be at that one.
Big shout out to my childhood hero, George Brett. I think he turned 71. And it's so hard to believe that it's just so hard to believe he's that of age, and I'm the age that I am, because back in the day, I did spend some time with George. And had a lot of
Nick's
fun.
A close second. I'm sorry. There you go.
What's that?
Nick's a close second on dropping names. So there you go.
No, I'll drop names all the time.
Yeah, right there.
Listen, I have been really lucky to meet a lot of good people, fun people, entertainment, sports, movies, TV.
Yeah, man.
I've just been very blessed. I have a ton of stories. I should write a book one day. We'll see.
You should. You definitely should.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely have a lot of stories.
If only you were a writer.
If only I was a writer.
You
know, I am in the midst of 2 novels currently, and it's really hard to do.
Oh, real shit.
And very, very, very hard to do. So
also, I want to give a shout out to my oldest son that's graduating tonight. Ethan graduates.
Congrats!
Big shout out to Ethan, man. Shout out to Ethan.
Where's he going to college?
High school.
High school. He's going to high school graduation. He's going to college. He chose to go down to a school that I said no to, but Mo West. So that's
it's all about what he want, man. It's all about what the kid the young Titan want, man. The young Titan.
You can graduate high school these days. That's saying something.
Man, I would love to go to college though, man. I want to go to Michigan State, man. When I was little, I want to go to Michigan State. I love the colors, man.
Mine was K-State, man. I love the campus of K-State. It's beautiful.
Emily went to K-State.
That campus is. Hey, I seen MU, KU, and all of them, but K-State campus was like.
Really? It's something about going to campus. Hey, it's something about them campuses, man. Hey, I would have partied. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have partied. I would have went that mug, put the schoolwork behind me, postponed it, and got it in. I would have partied. I would have been out there in dorms, man.
Those pesky entrance requirements, Coach. I just want to come and hang, man.
Hey, man, I'm here, man. Shit, it's my money, damn it. Shit, I want to have some fun, man. Yeah.
Again, guys, don't miss the Royals game tonight. It's gonna be a heck of a game, man. St. Louis is in town.
Don't forget Coach Hollins. Just send him.
If Bobby's on second base with the fly ball to center,
he gets thrown out. Just let's go down swinging, so to speak.
Shout out to the Royals, man. Shout out to them guys.
It's gonna be a great weekend. They're playing the St. Louis Cardinals. Obviously, it's a tremendous meeting. It's too bad, Dick Hauser and Whitey Herzog aren't around still, but it was a great time to be a Royals fan. They came close in '84, lost to the Tigers, and then they came back in '85, and down 3-1 to the Toronto Blue Jays, and then down 3-1 to the Cardinals, and they stormed back each time for a very improbable 1985 World Series.
I got it. Shout out to Spence. Yeah, you got a cousin that's go to MSU.
For those of you tuning in for a football show,
we're coming. We're getting there.
Hey, Lou, we gotta show some love now, Lou. We gotta show some love. You know,
show some love for the local guys. Absolutely.
College folk now. Damn, I would love to go. I would love to go to Michigan, though, man. I would love that. Just the atmosphere, man. It's like, dang, I'm young. I was smaller, you know, so I was feeling good, man. I was like, shit. Yeah, man.
Smaller?
Yeah, I was like a buck. Smaller? I was like a $180. I was like a $180.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, $180.
Yeah.
So with that, let's get into fact. Okay.
You're damn right. We're gonna get into fact or cap. Let's go, gang. Let's get the football talk started. Here we go. So every Friday we take a look at normally 3 situations that you all can weigh in on. I'll give you a statement. Normally it's topical, right? And you can let us know, fact, cap, and then if you have any comments, go ahead and put those in there as well. The guys on the panel will do likewise. So here we go. Number 1, obviously we had the schedule release. And if for those of you that haven't watched our last episode that was during the schedule release, shame on you. Go to YouTube, watch it anyway. So here we go. One of the highlights of it, and I think Hensley will test to this, is the team's digital teams putting out videos, right? So every team does it, but some teams tend to do it a little bit better than others. So there was a few, I think the Falcons, they used like Mario Kart, but they had some specific digs at Bill Belichick and his girlfriend. So that was cool. There's nothing wrong with little pettiness in your video.
Go ahead. Yes.
The Titans with the fake pharma ad about some drug and so forth, and referring to the Browns as diarrhea. I mean, just next level stuff. Right. But the reigning champ, and will be like always hits it out of the park, is the Chargers. They did it again. So the statement is this. Obviously, I'm biased. I don't know why, but they just do such a great job every year. But the Chargers digital team wins the schedule release video competition once again. Hensley, fact or cap?
I would say cap, because them and the Indianapolis coach used the same kind of, as a editor, you know, I mean, they used the same platform. So it was, both of them used Minecraft. One had to take one down, so I had to say the best one for me would be the Kansas City Chiefs. They got right into the new age of the gaming shows and everything else, and it kind of, you know, I put it in the chat. It kind of made me feel like I was in the cab with Lou or something. You know, it asking the questions about, you know, what this and that. It was more attuned to in today's era. So yeah, for the older people.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm old school too.
That's a take for sure. That the Chiefs had the best one.
I'm not saying the Chiefs had the best one, but I like the cash cab. For someone who's obsessed with that show, and they got Ben to do it, and that's just like the coolest thing. I saw that and what? No, I didn't. I kept looking at it. I'm like, this is something the Chiefs produced. This is something the Chiefs created. It was wonderful. I watched that thing about 10 times.
So what is for the uninitiated, what is the Cash Cab?
The Cash Cab was a show that was on TV for almost a decade, where a cab driver would have just pick up people, and he'd have cameras, and he would ask them questions, and they'd have a chance to win like $500 or $1,000 cash that he carried around. And he did this in New York, and he was on every week. They usually did two cab rides per show. And it was just extremely entertaining. It was hilarious. It was funny how some people didn't know basic stuff, and some people knew complicated stuff. But he'd ask a series of questions, and then you had a final question for the big money, and it was terrific. So
there's no Taxi Cab Confessions that was on HBO.
No, it wasn't Taxi Cab Confessions.
Some kitty real sex.
No, none of the real sex stuff or anything like that. It was just a game show.
I got you.
It was done exactly the same way. What you saw
in New York, I just don't recall at what time frame.
It was on Bravo for a while. It was not on the network.
PG.
But it was
been like in the 90s, the 80s.
probably the 90s and the early 2000s, somewhere in there.
No, I was not aware of it, so I guess that was
like
the one. I think
he looks great. He doesn't look like he's changed at all.
Spoofed Love Island, which I had never seen, so
No,
I'm watching this, and
That
I'm guessing maybe this is funny if I knew the references, but
that was
always good to ask questions.
all right, Coach. Did you guys watch the Chargers video?
Yeah, we
I watched a little bit of it.
Okay,
I watched
to
a little bit
me,
of it.
I mean, again, it was so well done. I mean, the
They always do a
whole
great job.
AFC West and the houses and the Raiders had the dungeon. What'd you think, Coach?
Man, mine was the Cardinals. Mine was the Cardinals, man. I'm gonna say, Cap, my Cardinals went out there and freestyled they whole season. You hear me? Hey, we put our guy on the map, my boy Wilson, man, linebacker Lou, middle linebacker Wilson, came from the Patriots. Lou, New England.
Yeah.
Our superstar,
Mac Wilson. I think he played for the Browns as well. North Carolina.
Yeah, the Mac
dude.
man, man. Mac man, put us on the
Yes,
put us
sir.
on the
18,
map.
18 bars. He's been doing
Hell
it for a while.
Drop
so.
18 steaming bars, guys. You want to check it out? Go to Cardinals.com.
Joker, but we'll let him have it. But for me,
he
Chargers all the way.
been Joker. Hey, he
All
said
right,
no
so
cussing,
we'll
Lou. He do
change
not
gears
cuss.
a little bit, and we'll talk about the Patriots because a lot of teams that have made moves during the off season. And I don't know if it's just because they were coming from a position of having such a terrible roster that Bill Belichick kind of dwindled down to nothing, to them all of a sudden looking like they could be something in the AFC East. So we'll take a look at some. I'll just give you a quick list. Diggs, Morgan Moses to play right tackle, Milton Williams from the Eagles, Harold Landry played for Vrabel at Tennessee. Who else we got? Robert Spillane used to play for the Steelers, played for the Raiders, great linebacker, Carlton Davis, corner, whatever. Then the draft, Will Campbell, Trey Henderson, Kyle Williams, the wide receiver, Joshua Farmer, defensive tackle, Florida State, Braden Swinson, and edge. Anyway, bottom line is a lot of teams have done some things this offseason. So the statement is this. New England actually is the most improved roster of the offseason. Fact or cap?
I would say that would be a cap. I had to go cap on that. You know what I mean? I'll have to go with the Arizona Cardinals. Once again, with the 18 bars. I had to go with Arizona Cardinals, what they did in the offseason, fixing their defense, what they did in the draft. I would say they had the most proof for what they had to offer, you know what I mean? So anybody get them to kind of play in the desert, I would say yes, they had to be the Cardinals.
I'm going to give some love to Mike Vrabel because I think he's taken over from, arguably, forget what happened the last year or two or last year with their coach, but coming in for Bill Belichick, I'm going to say fact. I think you're right, Lou. I think they made a lot of great additions. They've changed the culture in a very short period of time. Vrabel is going to be a defining entity when it comes to AFC East football. His teams are going to be ready. They're going to be prepared. I think he's got more talent in New England than he did in Tennessee, especially after they deconstructed lots of that roster. So I'm going to say fact. I'm with you.
Well, I'm gonna say fact because they did improve greatly on the offense and defense side of the ball. Bo, give shout out to my guys, AZ. I'm gonna say New England definitely improved. It's on you, Lou.
Yes, Ken, he was briefly. He was part of the Kansas City Patriots during the
2 years.
The Scott Pioli tried to infuse the roster and coaching staff with as many ex-Patriots as he possibly could. And obviously, Vrabel, at that stage, he came in the trade. He was kind of a throw-in in the Matt Castle trade, but
he did not want to come to Kansas City.
He was at the end of his career, and I thought he still played pretty well.
Yeah.
All right, so
a couple.
Okay, number 3, real quick. Obviously, the Chiefs' schedule is out, as is everybody else's. We'll be talking about some of the primetime games as we move forward here in the show. They play 6 of the 8 final teams that were in the playoffs last year, obviously them being one of them. So out of those 7 teams, the only team that they don't play is the Rams. So Buffalo, Baltimore, Houston, Philadelphia, Washington, Detroit. So that's 6 games against really, really good teams. I mean, the best teams in the NFL from last year. And it doesn't look like any of them are really going to take, many steps back this year. Now, barring injury, we'll see. But the statement is this. Out of those 6 games, the Chiefs will win only 3 of those 6 games. Hensley, fact or cap?
What the cap, Luke? That's a strong cap. Put the cap on there and throw it in the lake. That's a cap. I'm gonna say that's a cap. No, I ain't gonna give more statements to it.
That's all right. We'll talk about it. All right, Nick.
Best faith, boy.
I ain't
gonna say that.
That's the farthest thing from fact that you can possibly get. So, definitely cap. I can't see them going 3-3 against those teams. I think that would be that would have to be a significant injury or two for that to occur. But no, that's
all right. Now, there's no truth to the rumor that this was fed to me by Coach Andre Tillman. Go ahead, Coach.
I'm gonna throw it in the air. It's up, man. I don't know. I'm throwing it in the air because I don't know. I like what the Chiefs want to do. I love their emotions going into the season, but these are some good teams, so it's in the air for me, man. I don't know.
It's one of the other factors.
I'm gonna say, damn, man. It's like they're not gonna win all of them. I'm gonna go fact.
No, he's saying 3.
The statement was the Chiefs will win only 3 of those games.
Shit, that's what I'm saying, man. Well, I'm gonna go cap.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'll probably be going cap on this one as well, but I thought it might be interesting to just kind of see if everybody's paying attention and where we're at here today. So, all right, let's go.
What's up, Gary?
That's going to do it for this week's Fact or Cap. As always, brought to you by our friends at Underdog Fantasy Sports. Don't forget to use the promo code Chiefs Blitz. Play 5, get 50.
All right, I'm going to give a special shout out to Gary. You are all equally blessed to be Chiefs fans. Please consider helping the channel by liking and subscribing. It's free. Did I say you are all legends? Yes, we know we are all legends in our own mind, Gary. We appreciate that. You post that all the time. It's really simple. The bottom right-hand corner, you can just simply plug in the hit subscribe button and you're good to go. It's that simple.
That part.
Thank you, Gary.
Thanks, Gary. Appreciate you. We appreciate all you guys. Ruben, Demetrio, Kenny, the hardcore. These are some of our starting 5 here, so we appreciate it very much.
Oh man, starting 5.
Ruben,
shout out to Ruben.
And of course, the rest of you that don't necessarily comment, but we do appreciate you checking in.
This is true.
And we also appreciate all them things, and we do crazy stuff for our fans. So
yes, we do go off the rails.
There was a silent pause.
No, the request line is closed.
Oh, man, I need some Earth, Wind & Fire. Come on, man.
God.
Put a little love on there, man. We got
you are cut from a different cloth, my friend.
Right.
Or not Demikio, Weston. Sorry, Demikio. That's wow.
all the way to the back, brother. I see.
Come on, Weston.
So with that said, man, let's get into the main topic of the show, and that just is the 7 fashion trends the outfits fitted for the for the prime
Look at
time.
that, and shout out to you, Mr. Hense, Todd, because those are your snapshots. So,
Thanks. Shout out to that.
Okay, so this was just to give some people context. This was from the last ring ceremony, I believe.
Correct. Last summer.
Our friend and yours, Mr. Hensley Todd, was invited to go take some pictures.
Yeah.
And unbeknownst to your friend Hensley Todd, he was also invited to come on in and join the crowd, have a party. Let's go.
That's right.
And Hense decided, I'm going home.
So with that said, man, hey, I want to ask you guys a question.
Great shots, though. Absolutely stellar shots. Come on, man.
Thank you so much. But I want to ask you guys a serious question. They got the Chiefs in 7 primetime games. So are the Chiefs viewed as the America's team? Are they? A lot of people going to argue with the Cowboys, this and that. This got to be Christmas Day. They on both holidays, major holidays. Yeah. They on the first YouTube. You know what I mean? Maybe it's Taylor. My wife said maybe it's Taylor Swift last night when I was setting the stuff up and answering the questions. I said no, it maybe ain't Taylor Swift. I think the Chiefs are the newest American team. Luke, would you agree?
This is a tough one because if you really break it down, the NFL's not really doing the Chiefs a lot of favors, right?
No, they're doing themselves a favor.
They're using like their best show pony and putting them out there. I mean, I don't know how many Chiefs games are played at noon. Not many.
I think there's 3 this year.
Noon Central. Mm-hmm. So there's no real, I guess, routine for them other than the fact that they're going to play at night most of the time or in some sort of prime location. So I would say, yes, they're like the NFL's darling. As far as America's team, it's a tough one because people are going to watch. The ratings are going to be there. But I think a lot of those people are just hoping that the Chiefs fail.
Yep.
Right. I mean, they want to watch the kingdom crash and burn, which again is great for ratings because either you love them or you hate them. So you would have to say so, and I guess maybe I just kind of talked myself into it. The fact that they get such great ratings in all these windows, no matter where they ask them to play, no matter when they ask them to play, the ratings are always at the top of the top, and it looks like those numbers are going to continue to get bigger with all the opportunities they have this year. So I'm going to say yes, absolutely.
Man, that's a good breakdown. What's a 5-10 minute breakdown on yes? Hell yeah, they're America's team, man. They Chiefs are everywhere. A lot of kids want to see the Chiefs win. Some of the Harris want to see them lose. I just want to see these guys put on a good show. But again, yeah, Chiefs are everywhere, man. They everywhere. Yeah, they are America's team, man. They're gonna beat the horse till it dies, man. So
yeah, I know. Lou said something about like the league didn't do no favor, and I kind of seemed like I kind of felt that way when I seen the schedule as well. I was like, God dang it, they didn't get no all their holidays is spent on the field. They don't get to spend in one holiday with their family besides New Year's.
Yeah, unless one of those they'll be able to spend time with their kids in the morning.
Yeah, but in the morning still got to go to work. Damn, everybody goes to chill and watch you play. But again,
we getting deep now, boy.
but again,
it is a night game this year. So
it is a night game. Yeah. So go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I have to say this, man. Yes, I feel like they are the America's team. I know Dallas fans are, playing. Oh, but the Cowboys ain't been irrelevant since the '90s, and we are, 3 decades removed from that, maybe. So with that said, I feel like the Chiefs, they got star power, Taylor Swift, and all these other, stars are coming out, supporting the Chiefs. They are well known in every continent around the world. So yes, I have to say they the new America's team, and America's putting and the NFL putting their best product, best view catcher on every platform they can get them on.
And that's what this is. I mean, this is all about money. The Chiefs are a cash cow for the NFL right now. Some of the highest rated games in the last 3 years have been Chiefs games. The NFL is not stupid. The fact that they stretched the six game limit to 7 tells me, because it's usually capped at 6, and the only other team that got close to that was the Cowboys. They had 6, so they obviously, view these two franchises as must-see TV whenever they're on. And the Cowboys, even though they have been irrelevant since Troy Aikman was there, pretty much they still the fan base is enormous. The Chiefs fan base is enormous. But I listened to I can't remember the guy's name, the guy that puts the NFL schedule together. I think it was on Kay Adams' show. He was glowing about the Chiefs. They're the team right now. I mean, this is what people want to see, and lose right. A lot of people want to see them lose and crash and burn. And I think everybody got their wish, with Super Bowl 59, that they got to see the destruction of the Chiefs, and everybody, a lot of fans think the empire is over. And, people aren't giving the Chiefs a lot of love in certain places, and they seem satisfied with the burial by the Eagles. So they are the team. They make the most money for the league. The Swiftie factor, I think, is definitely real. But the guys the networks that pick these games and the high profile games that go with it know they're going to make money and lots of money when Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are on their channel.
Mm-hmm.
Mike North is the guy's name,
executive
from the NFL that's in charge of the schedule, and he's getting a lot of love. I mean, his media availability has been pretty much off the charts the last few days.
It's not an easy job.
No, I mean, and now they can use AI and all these other things and whatever and different computers, and they come up with like 100,000 different variations of the thing. There's a lot of variables. There's concert tours and whatever that they have
baseball teams
to navigate. You had mentioned hotels and whatever, Nick. Now, all these cities, all these teams where they play, they kind of know the deal that 8 weeks out of the year that you're going to get that.
They all stay at the same hotels.
But the one thing that I guess this causes is where in the past it was, I don't know if it was a rule, but every team was guaranteed at least one primetime
slot.
You know, and it was either Sunday night or Monday night. Then they squeezed them in. Well, we'll put them on Thursday. So we started getting like all these stinker games on Thursday. And the league is just kind of like, now it's like, you know what? I think there's 3 teams that don't have any. I think the Saints, the Browns, and maybe one other team didn't get any, which, you know, again, from a fan perspective is great. But this is how the Chiefs get extra ones. This is how like some of these other teams. But if you look at the ones that got the primetime games, they're rolling the dice with a few of them. I think the Dolphins got like 5. Atlanta got 5. And I think Philadelphia only got 5. I mean, if
they only got 5
talking about, okay, let's.
And they probably like that. Yeah,
perhaps, because again, if any sort of routine that you can build, I mean, you see these teams like Houston, when they kind of went under the radar, they were playing all their games a few years ago at 1:00 Eastern time. So it was like it was just kind of a routine. They flew under the radar. Next thing you know, they win the division, and they've kind of shown that, okay, that was good. And then the following year, maybe not as good, but they still made the playoffs, won a playoff game. So it's just interesting to see how this all kind of shakes out. But no, definitely, the Chiefs certainly are the NFL's team, at least. If it's not America's team, they are certainly the NFL's favorite.
Speaking of the primetime game, which of the 7 primetime games is the biggest threat to the Chiefs?
Well, they don't play the Cardinals, so I guess we can knock that one off the board.
Damn, I wanted that. I wanted that.
Sorry about that, brother. I don't. I mean, the primetime games. You got the Chargers opening week. You got week 3 Monday Night Football against the Giants, and then week 5 against the Jaguars. Also, that's a Monday night game or NBC, I think. And then week 6, I think it's NBC. And then week 6, they've got the Lions in prime time.
It's on the screen, Nick.
What's that?
I said I got them on the screen.
There you go. Yeah, I just the times kind of throw me off a little bit. So that's okay. They got the Lions, and then they got I believe the Commanders, and they got
Monday Night Football, and then they got Houston at Arrowhead on Monday Night Football as well. So
yeah. I mean, to me, I think the best game is – I can't wait for that. The best game to me is the Washington Commanders. That's the game I want to see. I want to see the young buck quarterback. They got a lot of primetime games. I was really impressed with them last season. Hense was on the Daniels bandwagon from day one, said he'd be the best quarterback in this draft, and he was right. But as far as a threat goes, that's definitely a threat. That's the game I want to see more than any other game on the schedule next year. I want to see the Chiefs and the Commanders / Redskins go at it. The up and coming quarterback against the GOAT of our era, and I can't wait. That's going to be that number one game.
So that's the biggest threat to the.
To me, as far as a loss at home goes, the Commanders would scare the bejeebies out of me if they're playing at a level they played last year.
Okay, so that's
the championship game.
So So that's a pass the torch game. That's like Jaden and Mahomes.
I'm not going to say it's no. It's not a pass the torch. It's just to gauge. It's just to gauge where this kid is really
a little early for that.
Yeah, pass the torch. He's got to win something first.
I mean, I feel he's the Ant-Man of the NFL. But
Patrick's not quite 30. He's in his second year. Yeah.
But he accomplished so much at a young age. You would think that, I'm like, he accomplished so much. He's only 28.
We'll be definitely at that game. We do play the Cardinals in preseason, and I will definitely be at the game.
He said I will be at the game. Now my game is the Texans, man, because they loaded up real fine and they got the offensive line together. And you got Mr. Goldjacket on the Texans right now, a guy that y'all probably thought wasn't gonna be capable of starting. I hope the guy do start. Lou, you about to ask me who is it? I'm trying to put it together. Is it Ursary? Is it a small shirt? Okay, small shirts on there. So I'm gonna say this: they loaded up real well, and I want to see what the Chiefs secondary is going to do against our primary threat when it comes to that receiving core. So that's the game now I'm looking at right now, the Texans game.
Yeah, I think the biggest threat is probably going to be the Lions, just because they dealt with so many injuries last year, and if most of those guys get back, the additions that they made. I think we talked about this the other night, but I'll go ahead and rinse and repeat here. They draft extremely well. Brad Holmes has done an amazing job, so I would not expect, anything less from their draft class. So I think that's a team that, you want to get Jared Goff outdoors, but you want to get him outdoors maybe in the second half of the season. So
it's really cold.
It's not as big a deal, and I think he's proven it over time. But I think. Like last year, they might have had one or two. I think they just had 2 games outdoors, Chicago and Green Bay, and those are guaranteed every year. This year, I think they have like 7 outdoor games.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I do believe that they'll be back to where they were. Not like they fell off the map, but again, they're missing like their best pass rusher, a lot of linebackers, defensive linemen, some defensive back. I mean, it was just it was amazing that they kind of held it together. So I believe it's going to be Detroit.
Yeah, for me, I had to say, a lot of people probably going to say, what? It's just because the state itself, I had to say New York Giants. It's going to be. Yeah, that's why I said the Giants, because the state, when the Chiefs go to New York, it's always some bull crap that always happen with the Chiefs over there playing.
Is Barkley going to play one game? Come out, go.
Yeah, like it's some kind of bull crap that probably happened within the game with the Chiefs playing in New York.
It is nice too. I got a nice front too.
It don't matter if it's the Jets. It don't matter if it's the Giants. It's always. Or the Buffalo Bills is always going to come down to.
That's fair. You're right. They play crappy in New York. There's no question about that. It's been going on
Taylor will have a full suite.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question, and I'm probably the only sicko that's catching this right now. But go back to the last graphic, Hensley. Okay, so where it says at Los Angeles Chargers, Corinthians Arena. Did they move?
No, the game's in Sao Paulo. That's why.
Oh, that's the name of the stadium. Sweet.
49,000 fans.
Come on. That's our guy Hense, being the attention to detail, no fooling around. Let's go.
That's right.
But again, man, hey, it's the Giants. If you thought guys, y'all been around, watching the games, the Chiefs games longer than
they don't do well in New Jersey. It's always a struggle.
It's always a goddamn struggle, and and so that's the game I had to say we have to actually look out for and say,
okay, that's fair.
See that one coming, didn't see that one coming. But looking at their schedule, the prime time, man, all the games they had. If Mahomes go to this gauntlet of a schedule, can we get back to saying is Patrick Mahomes the greatest quarterback of all time? If he goes to the gauntlet, he knocks all these prime times games out.
If he wins every single one of them.
He wins every single one of them.
He's the 2025 MVP. That's what he is.
Is the boogeyman back? Is he the greatest quarterback of all time?
I don't know if you're ever going to be considered the greatest based on regular season accomplishments. I think you want to talk to Dre about that, okay?
Yeah.
Because everybody he lists is a great in the regular season. So no, I think if he is
Regular
the greatest,
season
he's
guy.
the greatest, and it will be based on the postseason exploits, not so much the regular season.
Yes.
I don't know, but all time, man. But he would really be, you know, I feel like even if he do win all these games, he's still gonna be where he's at. No higher, no lower.
He took his team to.
That's so nonchalant.
Man, I'm just saying. I mean, how
tell
much
me you can't tell me you wouldn't take him in Arizona right now over Kyle Murray.
That's an interesting question.
No. Answer that question. No. Hold on. Answer that question. You would take Kyle Murray over Patrick Mahomes with 3 Super Bowl rings, 7 straight trips to the AFC title game.
Right. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes. I'll take Pat.
Okay. I just want to make sure you weren't completely off.
I'll take Pat.
We're gonna have to like ban you or something.
No brainer. Hell no. That's a no brainer. I'll take Pat over. Kyle any day.
You made me feel a lot better. Okay.
You're right. My bad. You're right. I got you. Yeah, definitely take it.
But you're certainly not taking him over Burrow.
Hell no, I'll take Joe Burrow on both of them.
You're sticking with Burrow till you die.
Goddamn right. I'm taking Burrow both of them. Now, that was the question. I gotta go Burrow on that one. That's me. But yeah.
It doesn't matter to me. I know I've seen Tom Brady, you know what I mean, and I've seen Mr. Thumbhead himself, Peyton Manning, Mr. Omaha. I've seen all that. But me witness this man coming from Texas Tech to change my franchise around. Hey, I say he's the greatest quarterback of all time. When it gets it all said and done, he took his team to 3 Super Bowls and ain't nobody ever done.
All right, so
even though they lost,
we changed the premise here because
we changed the premise of the question. So is he?
I didn't change it. I'm changing it for my.
So you're just going overall. Is he the greatest quarterback of all time?
Well, you said when you originally said
to be in that
if he goes through this gauntlet and wins all these games, is he still, or will he be? It was so okay. I'm sticking with my answer though. It's good postseason exploits.
Yeah.
No, it's postseason is pressure.
What about you, Nick?
Listen, if he runs the table and he wins every one of these primetime games, he's the 2025 MVP in my book.
Well, MVP wise.
Hold on. Let me finish, young man.
Go ahead and cook.
So basically, yeah, he's the MVP this year. If he runs the gauntlet with all those primetime games and throwing a bonus, he goes and beats Buffalo in Buffalo again. He'll treat this game like a postseason game. Then he's the MVP. As far as the GOAT goes, this is my opinion. He's been to 5 Super Bowls. He's 3-2. If he wins 2 more Super Bowls, let's say 2 in the next 4 years, then I would put him in the GOAT conversation because he'll have a 10-year run that will be second to none to any quarterback in the history of the game.
Yeah.
Brady had a good 5-year run, then a lapse for 10 years, and then another great 5-year run after that. So that gives me hope that even in his mid to late 30s, that Patrick Mahomes, if the team catches on fire, that he can still win a Super Bowl. So he gets to 5 Super Bowl wins. And that's when I'll say, yeah, I'm putting him in the GOAT conversation. I'm not dissing him. I love the kid. I would do anything for an interview with this guy right now to just ask a whole bunch of great stuff. I'm a huge fan. He's resurrected my team.
Jump into his Airbnb, Nick.
What's that?
Why don't we rent the Airbnb while he's there, and then we can have a
idea.
Show with him. Maybe
we should do that. We should do that. Definitely.
What are you thinking? Like 10, 12 grand?
I don't know. Probably cost more than that. My guess would probably be closer to 20 to 25. So let's see if we can find a sponsor who will cover that, and we'll hopefully get an interview with Patrick. That would be great. But listen, win 2 more Super Bowls. He's in that conversation. He's definitely in the top 2. He'll surpass Montagna. He'll surpass Terry Bradshaw. Until he climbs that mountain, I don't think we can put him in the greatest of all time yet.
I agree.
You don't like my take.
Because Joe Montana's still the man. Joe Montana's still the man right now. Montana's still the man.
Hey, you're right. 17 playoff wins under the age of 30. I mean, that's insane. They played a whole season of playoff games.
So after the NFL schedule release, can anyone beat the Chiefs? I know everybody looking at the Chiefs schedule, saying that we got a tough schedule, but the Bills got a tough schedule. You know what I mean? Is it any? I know it's a lot of people say it's still any given Sunday, but it'll be done.
I think
can they win them all?
No, they're not going undefeated.
Can anyone beat the Chiefs? Yes, absolutely. Yes. During the course of the regular season, you're just going to have different things come up. Or like you said, that Giants game, that's coming off of the Eagles. Now, if they get to a point where that becomes such an emotional game and it comes down to the end and it's just a crazy game and Patrick gets it done at the end, you could see maybe a little letdown the following week when they go to New York and maybe they lose it. Or, any one of these times where they play one of these big time playoff teams like Baltimore or the Bills or whatever, not necessarily losing to them, but maybe the next game, if it's one of they're emotionally spent and then you have maybe a short week. So, yeah, I mean, they're not unbeatable. I mean, we saw that in the Super Bowl. So, yeah, I mean, until they prove otherwise, they can certainly be beaten.
Yeah,
it's a plethora of teams that can beat the Chiefs. I'm just saying. I mean, just
there's a lot of teams. Yeah, but the question is, can they in the moment? That's the thing.
And the money's on the table.
Yeah,
if not cutting time.
If we learn one thing about the Chiefs from the last two seasons, the last three, they're awful resilient. They never feel they're out of the game. They don't. I don't want to say this. They don't get blown out much in the regular season, if at all. The games are always close. They're always a fourth quarter game. And I think where the elevation of this team has to be is going in and beating teams by 10 points and 11 and 12 points, and 13 points, not by 2, 3, 4, or 5 or 6. They need to stop with this consecutive streak of one score games. It's 18 or something like that at this point. I don't want to see that any more than anybody else does. So if the Chiefs are going to play razor thin football, any given Sunday, any team on this schedule, I think outside of maybe the Colts and the Titans, can beat the Chiefs. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What about you, sir? But I know short take to laugh a lot. Come on, Dr.
Well, I can only keep it short and sweet on my end. That's why they call me Pepper. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, man. Here's the thing, guys. Like, we know what the Achilles heel was, the offensive line. And half these teams in this division from the Giants, you know what I'm saying? The Commanders got a good defensive line, man. The Giants didn't load it up real well. And like the Chiefs, their problem's been the O-line. And them teams can get after it. So, yes, it will be tough for the Chiefs. It will definitely be tough.
Some good defensive lines this year.
Absolutely. And the Texans, like I said, and the Texans. So the thing is this. Yes, they can be defeated, Bo. Yeah, the Chiefs ain't going no damn. Because the schedule released, everybody got hard schedules. Some people got easy, some got hard. But the thing is, the Chiefs going to have to work this year. They're going to have to work this year, sir. It ain't no easy slate. Because your boy the greatest of all time. In your eyes, he's the greatest. He going to have to work. You're going to have to work, man. So
for anything, because, the NFL said, hey, we want to put everything in front of your face. Y'all said the Chiefs are the most cheated team. They most cheating out there. They using refs. We're going to put them in 7 primetime games for all the fans can have to suck it and eat up and watch every Thanksgiving meal, Christmas, holiday.
They're not done yet. When they start flexing games.
When they start flexing,
they could flex some of these games. You're right.
They're gonna give you more of the Chiefs. So I would say, can anyone beat the Chiefs? Heck nah.
Hey, Tom got a good statement. Tom got a good one.
Tom said it right. Mahomes in a career is something like 4 blowout losses. Unfortunately, 2 of those have been in the Super Bowl. And I'm not counting the blowoff. I'm not talking about the blowout loss to the Broncos at the end of last season because nobody played that game.
Super Bowl. That's money time right there. That's money.
Again. And where did he get you? To the Super Bowl. Some
he got there, but he busted. Mahomes, his Chiefs got busted, man.
Some teams just take Dr. Pepper and they say they like Coke. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? The team will still get you there. But Patrick Mahomes is going to be there to get it when it's all said and done. So I would say yes. Anybody can. It's every given Sunday. We all know where it is.
See what happens.
Are you going to beat it when? Are you going to beat the Chiefs when it actually counted? Right? Are you like you're gonna have to do what the Eagles did? You're gonna have to catch them at a vulnerable moment when they're very vulnerable and take them out, right? And take them out. There was vulnerable. It was a vulnerable.
That wasn't vulnerable. That was air. That was confident. Overly
That was a
confident.
combination of an ass whooping and vulnerable. Yeah, that was
along these lines. Let's throw in this question, or maybe another factor. Cap. The AFC West, I believe, is going to be the toughest division in football this year.
On paper.
If the Raiders catch fire and they play to Pete Carroll style, yes. If they catch fire.
I don't even think they have to catch fire. I think they're going to make it difficult on teams. They're going to play. They're going to be good on defense. Maybe not great, but they'll be good on defense, much better than they have been. Gino's not going to turn it over a ton. Ashton Jenney is going to get the ball until the wheels fall off. And so they're going to keep games close. The other two teams are very good. Obviously, the Chiefs are the best. So I'm telling you, I think when it's all said and done, that's going to be the most difficult division.
If the players can buy into the Raiders system early, they can buy in early and understand Carroll. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I think the NFC East, just because I think the Commanders and the Lions and the Cowboys are more established. They've had.
Are we falling for the Cowboys or what?
No.
To me, there's two really good teams in that division.
Okay, I'm saying they're established. They know how to win in the regular season. They know how to beat teams and bad teams in the regular season. I'm strictly talking about that.
Yeah.
So if you look at the AFC West, you've got the Chargers are in year 2 of their makeover. The Raiders are in year 1 of their makeover. The Broncos are in year 3 of their makeover. So to me, I don't think there's any question. Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers are going to battle it crazy. The Raiders are going to win some of those games. I don't think the Raiders are quite there yet. And I think and the Giants aren't quite there if you compare divisions. So I think they're kind of the same thing. They're still trying to figure out who and what they are. But I think for me, the NFC East teams, the top 3, have a lot of experience against one another. They all have good quarterbacks. They all have good philosophies, teams. They've got good rosters. It boils down to one thing: coaching and execution, and obviously injuries. And I think in the AFC West, I think a year from now, this will be the AFC West of old, where it was the best division of football for a decade. I mean, it just simply was, top to bottom. And I think if the Chiefs go 4-2 in the division this year, that's success. Because I think these teams are going to beat each other up.
Yeah, I'm just convinced that they're already there. And just looking at now, I get it. A lot of people get enamored with the younger coaches, but you put these 4 guys up against anybody coaching football today. I'm hard pressed to wedge anybody in there. I mean,
you can't.
Where would McVay be in that group? Where would you put Kyle in that group? I don't know, man. I could arguably have the 4 best coaches right there. So,
well, from a coach, that's the 4 best coaches in the NFL in one division.
So just that's I'm feeling it this year. It is going to be the AFC West.
Jim Harbaugh ain't did nothing but just in college. So I can't say.
No, you're not.
No. Let me finish. Let the young God speak.
No,
I'm just saying. I don't think he's. I don't think he's. What I know, we got Pete Carroll. He got to the Super Bowl 1-1. They got to 2. He won 2.
He won 1. Yeah, Harbaugh got to a Super Bowl.
Yeah. And
Peyton got to a Super Bowl and won.
Yeah, but I don't think Harbaugh's I just don't see. I think the other brother is better. He got to the Super Bowl with Colin Kaepernick at quarterback.
That's pretty good.
I'm not saying Colin is bad, but that was some heavy lifting. Nobody expected that kid to be that good. And
I'd argue if Alex Smith was the starting quarterback, they'd probably win.
They had Patrick Willis too, right?
Oh yeah, no. But he did get there with that quarterback. So I mean, he's doing something right. Everywhere he goes, he wins.
Yeah, I'll say this about Jim Harbaugh: the fact that he was at Michigan for 10 seasons, and he was at the beginning chaos of the NIL era, and he was masterful. Did they get in a little trouble? Yeah. Did he win him a national championship? Yes. Did he go out on a high road? he accomplished what he set out to do. It took him a little longer, but he's a terrific coach. And if you buy into his offensive system, and I think they have the running back now in Hampton and the quarterback, they've got a good offensive line. They're going to play a Michigan style of football. And I think he deserves a lot of respect for what he accomplished, both in the NFL and the NCAA. Again, I've said this 1,000 times. If Andy Reid ever retired, he's the number one guy I would go after. And obviously that's not going to happen now. He's going to be 65 when his contract is up with the Chargers.
And the fireworks between Pete and Jim.
Yeah.
That started back at USC versus Stanford.
Oh, yeah.
And he went into the Coliseum. USC was ranked number 2. I think they were 30-point underdogs, and they won.
Yep.
Another time, he went for 2 at the end of the game to get to 50. And that was the famous when they met at midfield, and Pete was just like, "What's your deal, man?" so that I'm here for it. Come on,
right?
Those old guys can still coach, and I think there's
the older the better.
I love the division. I really like the.
I do too. I do too.
I would take Mr. Sean McVay. Or the coach from the 49ers. I keep on his name. Keep on
Shanahan.
Kyle,
please,
Shanahan.
not a chance.
Hey, he gets you to the Super Bowl, right? He gets you there. He's
0-3. He's 0-3 in Super Bowls. Twice as a head coach and once as an OC.
I'll put it like this:
can't win.
The Eagles wouldn't be talked about if the 49ers had all those injuries. If the 49ers didn't have all those injuries, the Eagles won't be relevant right about now. We won't be mentioned the Eagles. We won't be.
Well, if the Rams had played better football in the second round of the playoffs, the Eagles wouldn't have gotten to the Super Bowl. Let's just be honest.
All these excuses for the Eagles. The Eagles is the tough team, man.
The Eagles are a damn good team.
They're a damn good team, man.
I hate their head coach, but he knows what he's doing.
Anyone else? So.
Yeah. Now the Rams, they've got to get Matt Stafford, man. Matt Stafford, a lot of credit. Matt Stafford is legit. You know what I'm saying? But again.
Let's go ahead and ask some of these questions. Go ahead, Nick.
All right, let's go. First one. King Mo, what do y'all think? Some analysts say we may go 9-8 this year. Colin Coward's little assistant, semi sort of host who knows nothing. This is not a 9-8 team.
He is like Coach Dre, man. He just trolls Chiefs fans.
And he does it for shtick.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and he's very good at it. And if you listen, the Chiefs are not going 9-8 this year, barring 2 or 3 significant injuries. That's the only chance. This team's too talented. They're, in my opinion, I'm not saying the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl this year. I'm not saying they're even going to get to the Super Bowl this year. But hold on, let me finish. What I am saying is I think they're going to play some of their best football this year that they played in a really long time because they want to wash away the stench and the stink of that Super Bowl 59 loss to the Eagles. So if kind of in the underlying message of the schedule, it's a very daunting schedule, but they've got some of the best teams in the NFL playing at Arrowhead, and that is a significant advantage for them. And the road schedule is not anywhere close as too difficult as the home schedule is. So for me, there's no chance they're going to go 9-8. I'm already on record. I think 14-3 is probably going to end up being their record this year. I think they can. There's definitely 14 wins there, but 9-8, not a chance.
Yeah, Mo. Obviously we've just documented the primetime games. I mean, these are really good NFL teams, and I think the narrative is from people that don't necessarily watch the Chiefs play a lot. Mm-hmm. And the last picture they have is them getting crushed by Philadelphia in the Super Bowl. So they're going to go with the narrative is they're done. That was it. That wasn't just a bad day. They've got all these aging players. Well, I mean, if you really look at it, they've got like one aging player, right? I mean, it's still one of the youngest rosters in the NFL.
Yeah.
And, they will continue to improve. They'll continue to retool and figure out different ways to play. So yes, for them to go 9-8, something bad is going to happen, right? Something really bad. And of course, you're going to get a hell of a lot more attention if you say things like that about the Chiefs or any other really good team. Like if you came out and said, well, yeah, the Eagles, they were good last year. They lost too many players. Maybe they win like 9 or 10 games this year.
Right.
You're going to get a hell of a lot more attention for saying that than saying they got an excellent chance to repeat. They're just going to maul everybody because like they did last year. It doesn't always work that way. It's different every year. So anyway, King Mo, don't listen to those guys.
Yeah, don't listen to them because I know. Looking at the schedule, it probably look tough, right? It looks tough, but hey, it is a thing called, some teams can catch the injury bug in training camp. And I'm not saying that's for wish that on any team, but I'm just saying that the schedule could look crazy on paper, but when it's time to play, the game could be a different outcome. So I'm saying the Chiefs would go 16-1. They would lose their home, like their last game in Vegas, resting their starters, getting ready for the playoffs, like I said on the scheduled date. But hey, everything looks tough on paper. A lot of people want to say, "Oh, they're 9-8, this and that." The Eagles, like I'm just saying, yes, we lost to them, but hey, you can catch anybody, at a bad moment, and at the down moment, and they can catch them on their worst time, and get them right then and there. But again, I feel like the Chiefs' schedule can be definitely changed because this is a injury-prone league. We all can say that, correct? Yeah. So anything can change at any moment. So any roster can be overturned at any moment, at any snap of a finger. So I would say the Chiefs will go 16-1. Going into this year and go to the Super Bowl.
No. I'm gonna say this real quick. Like
and you're conceding a game.
Hold on. Pete. I'm gonna say this. It depends on the injuries, guys. When the Chiefs get hurt, man, it kind of knocks them off the rail, man, because they got nobody to field. So it just depends. It just depends on the injuries. If the injury plays a factor, it just depends. It just depends on the injuries because we see when Rice went down, everybody panicked. You know what I'm saying? When Rice went, everybody was like, "Oh shit! Like, what we gonna do?" It's like this. Do I believe the Chiefs? Do I believe the Chiefs will go 9-8? Do I believe in what they saying? No, because the Chiefs are mentally tough. I feel like that loss last year in the Super Bowl and them injuries made the Chiefs stronger. You know what I'm saying? So I highly doubt the Chiefs ever go even scratch, even losing 5 games. You know what I'm saying? I think the Chiefs can be mentally strong. The Chiefs gonna go out there with fire under their ass. So I don't believe the 9-8 shit. I just like I said, just for clickbait. You know what I'm saying? So
no, I agree. I agree with you. And Kohi, it's great to have you back. I know you've been you're it's tough for you to listen to the podcast. Hopefully you get it on the rebound and able to still download it and enjoy it after we do our live broadcast. But yeah, I'm with you, Coach. I don't 5 losses. This is a worst case scenario. It's 5 losses, and that means something bad happened. And they overcame losing Hollywood Brown and Rashee Rice. And they were 15-1 entering the last game of the season. Yeah, they're all nail biters, and we hated watching it, and we really wanted a blowout or two. We didn't really get what we wanted, and a lot of games were, the Chiefs Ravens game was on YouTube last night. It's the first game I've watched since the Super Bowl loss. I kind of watched parts of it and I kind of fast forwarded a little bit, and they were very fortunate to set the tone early, and we all thought, all right, this is and then looking back, well, that's the kind of season we had, any given snap, any given play. But this team's not going to lose more than 5 games in any season that Andy Reid's coaching.
Well, the one underlying thing, and it's happened over each year, is they can kind of morph into whatever they need to be to win games, whether it's on offense or defense. So to Coach's point, I don't know. I mean, I think they do really well when guys get injured stepping in. Now, if Patrick were to get injured, that's going to be the difficult one. But in all the other positions, they seem to just be able to kind of, okay, we don't have this particular person or that particular person, meaning Hollywood or Rashee. What are we going to do? We're going to lean into 12 personnel. We're going to lean into 13 personnel. We're going to throw to the backs more. We're going to throw short more, whatever it takes. And to be able to do that with the roster and have guys that are able to just kind of adapt to different roles, again, says a lot about the construction, the team construction that they do, and the roster building that they do. And I would never ever count them out of any game during the regular season, even with an injury or two.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah. So with that said, guys, we want to thank you guys for joining in. We want to thank you guys for listening and watching from all over the world. I know you guys, some watching in the United States and some guys working in the country as well, man. Hey, thank you guys for always joining in and watching this show. We try to keep you guys up to date with all the latest Chiefs news. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also give us a follow on all our other social media platforms as well. Because you ain't going to get on your Chiefs news like we put out on our social media account.
That's right.
Shout out, AKA the Juice Kid. For keep it going as well. Also,
nobody has access to those drones. We have an exclusive with the Mango drones.
We do.
So with that said, everybody have a good weekend. Make sure y'all, if y'all in, man, catch the Royals game tonight. And it's gonna be a good one. St. Louis is in town. The battle of the state is up for grabs.
There it is.
Indiana Fever.
Yeah, they play Saturday or Sunday?
Season opener tomorrow. 3:00 Eastern.
Nice.
Against the Chicago Sky. So you get to see Angel and Caitlin play in their second years. The Fever made some amazing additions. I think they are now the second betting favorite to win the championship from where they were last year. So it'll be an exciting season. The first game, I believe at noon your time, I think it's Vegas and the defending champs, New York Liberty. Shout out to Breanna Stewart.
Nice.
Let's get it.
Let's do it. All right. Great sports weekend. Royals and Cardinals all weekend in Kansas City. The WNBA, NBA playoffs as well. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. And we'll be back on Monday at 1:30 with the Four Guys in a Bar podcast.
He said, hit the music.